As I told you, I would give you a little update on this solar panel nightmare that I got into. What we have showing on the screen is the solar panels working. This is March the 8th. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. As you can see, it is producing some electricity. If I flip over here to the live stream, let you know right now what it's doing at this current time. Producing about 900 watts of electricity, using about 600, putting 300 back into the grid. That's a status bar that you saw in the previous videos. Um, I'm now using Green Mountain Energy. I switched from uh, the Zero Energy. I switched off of them because, come to find out, even though the salesman that sold with the solar panels and guaranteed me everybody buys that electricity back, they don't participate in that program. And everything that I made, it reduced my light bill during the daytime when I was making some electricity. It didn't draw quite as much off the grid, but everything else that I produced, it went just gave it away. I didn't get anything for it. So I wasn't real happy with that, but I was under contract, so I had to let the Zero Energy run out, expire. They wanted $300 or $400 to cancel the thing, so I had to just let it run on out. Switched over to Green Mountain, which this company actually that installed the solar panels. It's a very well known company. They recommended going with Green Mountain, so I hooked up with Green Mountain's electricity, and everything was good. My first light bill, I noticed absolutely no difference between what I had and what I was getting at that particular time. So my light bill didn't change at all. And Green Mountain will buy back anything that you make above what you're using at the time. When everything shuts down during the day, like your air conditioner cycles off, you're not using much electricity. The panels actually produce a little more electricity than you need just to run your light bulbs in the house. Um, so I went ahead and switched over. Everything was going to be okay. It didn't work out. It's still the same old stuff. So I looked back at Green Mountain again because now I'm under a different contract, and it's a charge to $300-400 to get out of the contract. But I looked at it and I talked to one of the representatives, a very nice person I talked to, and I said, I think I've chosen the wrong thing. I didn't notice it when I signed up, but I showed my house to use a couple of thousand kilowatt hours per month, and that wasn't what I was wanting. I was wanting on the one using a little less. It just made sense to choose that. It was a little bit less on the charges. 16 and a half cents per kilowatt hour is what they want. Um, and that's about as good as it gets. There's a bunch of others that come up there. Zero, what they did, they quoted you what the electricity would cost, but they didn't tell you what the carrier charged to get it to you. So there was hardly any difference at all in it. But now I'm hooked up with Green Mountain. Supposedly they buy electricity back. Well, they do not pay the same price that's going in. Don't let those salesmen fool you with that garbage. That's just BS. What they do, they give you credit points. So last month I ran. I had 12 credits at the end of the month when the billing cycle. That was worth $3.60. So I paid $17,000 for a solar panel setup. It's going to really save me a lot of money, and they take $3 off of my light bill in a month. I mean, come on, people. We are so used to getting lied to. I think we don't even duck anymore. Everything from the White House all the way down to the outhouse. Somebody's got some great deal they're going to give you. About one more good deal like this. Oh, man. So anyway, I'm running right now. You can see we're still producing. We're doing our thing. My light bill this past month cost me, I think it was $134 or something like that. It's a very small house. So, but I want to show you what I've got going on here. Let me get logged into this thing. It's real slow about logging in, so we have to bear with me for just a minute, especially with the video running and everything. I've got pretty fast internet connection here, but not anything. No, it's not setting any records, that's for sure. but it is their site. The Green Mountain site is extremely slow about logging on. I have no idea where it's located, probably somewhere in Cattle Gap, Egypt or something. But in a minute, it's going to finally get on, and you actually get to see what's going on. There, my last payment was $134.15, which is about exactly the same that I was paying in the wintertime as it is now, early spring. That's about the same as I was paying with the other one. So no big gain there. However, when I changed it over, I talked to them after I got going. I didn't see a big advantage, and they do buy your electricity back, but it's not worth anything really. It's just not any good. So it looks like the $134 last month. That's the last one that I paid on the old system. I had Green Mountain step me up to one that's it's called solar free nights or something like that. I had half price nights. Some whatever they put on there, I don't know. But anyway, I switched over to that, and you can see that it's kind of what they're expecting to happen this month. It looks like that my projected energy charges are going to be 92.78 at the end of the month. Got about 12 days left, but the way I'm using it right now, it looks like it's going to come down just a little bit, and that'll make my light bill, as you can see, 92.78 approximately. That's kind of what, unless we have a big cold snap or something, that's about what the light bill is going to be. Okay, so without the solar panels on the house, and with Zero Energy, I had bill averaging on it, and I was paying $100 a month for my electricity. And at the end of the year, you have to make up the difference. They just let you average it out. If it kind of runs over a little, you have to pay it. So at the end of the year, I'd have to come up with another $100, sometimes $150 under that bill averaging. So basically, it all boils down to I haven't saved anything. I've just spent $17,000. The solar panels will wear out after a few years. They start producing less and less and less. Even from year one, the first year it's already producing less than it used to. They claim a thing for damage and functioning 20 years or some kind of baloney they sell you. And that 20 years it's about right. It'll still be sparking a little bit. It's kind of like a low battery. When you go to crank your car, it turns over real slow, and you hope it's going to crank it all. That's about what you're getting out of that thing. Still paying the same amount of money, and when they get down like that, you have two choices. You can either shut the system down, lick your wounds, and crawl back into your cage, or you can replace the darn things, and they'll charge you just as much second time as they did the first time to get them replaced. It's just an ongoing cycle of BS. Long story short, a little late for that. I absolutely, I do recommend Green Mountain for energy, and get the one, whichever it is. It'll have the half price nights or something like that. It's got a name for it, but anyway, that's the one to go with. They're pretty accurate on their stuff. Do that and forget the solar panels. You'll save money. I guarantee you will. Just thought I'd throw that out to you. And pretty soon but I am gonna show up. If you still got to have that, it's fine. I'm going to be hooking my generator up on the house. I have found a pretty good deal on a generator. Got it all set up and ready out there. I'm going to be tying it into my system. So when my lights go out at night, this sort of thing like that, they just shut down, or even if they shut down during the day. Most people don't know this, but without the battery, just the solar panels up on your house, if your grid goes down, the solar panels, they're still producing electricity, but they automatically disconnect you from the grid, so the workers can work on the lines. If the line's down or transformer out or whatever. Naturally, we don't want to electrocute our workers out there. That wouldn't be very good. So it just shuts down. If you have a battery backup, $21,000 a piece for them. One will run your refrigerator a couple of days. not your whole house. It would take 3 batteries to run this little small house that I've got. So another $63,000 on top of that. Yeah, and then I'll have my nights covered too, and still have a light bill because it doesn't produce enough to run the house. So that being said, I am going to be hooking up a generator. I'll show you the system, how it works. I'll show you the type of generator it is. I can make some recommendations. I wouldn't jump out and buy one of those right quick either. I can point you out some good deals. I've been researching this for a couple of years now, so the stuff I've got is facts. It's not fiction, and I'm not making a thing off of it. I just wanted to do this. It seemed like an awfully good deal, and I had a little few extra dollars there that I could spend, and I did. And I wished I hadn't. I had bought a lot of groceries. But at any rate, I really appreciate you watching the video, and I'll be back in here in a few days when I get an opportunity to get that generator hooked up, and I'll do some videos showing you how it has to be done, how to safely hook it up, and give you some advice on that. But it's a real easy hookup. It's not a big deal, and this is a situation where if the power goes out day or night, that the generator will kick in and keep you going. Probably not that big of a deal. If you're asleep, you wouldn't know the lights were out anyway, unless your air conditioner quit running. Anyway, I'll show you how to hook all that up. And if I had it to do all over again, well, I enjoyed doing the video. But if I was to do it again, what I would advise you, uh, with all the garbage that's going on, buy a generator, but don't buy a Generac. They're good generators. They're wonderful generators. They're very super nice, everything built in, and they run quiet and all that kind of good stuff. They'll charge you an arm and a leg for that thing. They got some that it'll run a couple of lights and stuff like that, but they tell you that you can't run your whole house with the thing unless you want to pay $45,000-$50,000 for one of those. They do have that one too. Anyway, gang, there ain't no free lunch. Bear with me, and listen. Thank you again for watching the video, and if you would like and subscribe, because it really helps out on this end. And we're going to be giving some uh, embroidery instructions on a high-end embroidery machine, a whole bunch of fun stuff to do. But gang, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. Take care, gang.